Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the lower time frame here. I got Bitcoin on a 2-hour chart. Been checking out the fib targets are updating on the 2 hours. So down here, guys. So it's looking like. And by the way, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Downside, it's got downside targets 22, 22.8, 21.4, and as low as 20,700. Usually that doesn't hit, but it's crypto, guys. So I'm looking at more downside for Bitcoin, guys. You can take a look at that section you got right in there. It's looking like we have a fourth wave of some sorts being formed right now. If you take a look at this third wave projection that it did, guys, coming down just like so, you can see fourth, a fifth, another fourth, probably a fifth, and then another fourth, and then to keep going down for Bitcoin, guys. So downside is coming. More than likely, the probability is to the downside, guys. Now, that would go back. If it can make a pop, this is what I would say, okay? If it can make a pop back up to high 26s, 27s, definitely to this gap area, then you have that shot. And it's probably going to come down and fill this gap down here, guys, potentially, okay? But you want to let it for a retrace. This area to short, that's pretty high risk. I know late shorts are piling in right now, but I wouldn't do it right there, guys. That is very high risk short play right there. It's high risk. It's high risk long, and it's high risk short where Bitcoin is right now. It's better to be on the sidelines with Bitcoin right now, guys, for any trades. Unless you're a scalp trader or day trader or something like that. I'm talking about long swing trades. It's just not worth the risk where Bitcoin is right now, guys, okay? So in this section, back down. Now, how is this all going to unfold? Has it started its downtrend? I think that it has, guys. I think that it has on Bitcoin. So here's going to be your tell up here for Bitcoin, guys, okay? It's very simple. It's on the weekly. If you see it do come back down here and you see the 200 SMA on the weekly, it comes back up and it does a back test of any sorts on this 200 SMA and it starts going down, I would say that is basically pretty much going to be it. I would say that's pretty much going to be it, guys. Okay, it's going to be that simple. If you see another weekly candle, we see another weekly red candle in this section too. That's going to be your first tell. A back test of a 200. The 200 is right here. This is actually a projection. It's going to change over a week. It might actually even roll more like this in a back test. And pretty much that's going to be it. Now, some people on Twitter, some people in Discord have been asking me, what would the projected targets be on Bitcoin? Okay. Now, here's the deal. Okay. You got all kinds of various ways of unfolding this. This is one thing about Elliott waves, guys, that's very complex. I can go to an Elliott wave trader right now, and he could tell me that this thing's going to do a moonshot up to 80K, 90K, 120K, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And is it ruled out yet? Not 100%. It's not 100% ruled out yet. Okay. I can have an Elliott wave trader tell me that this is 1, 2, or this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's going to do a moonshot right along on that fifth wave, right? Okay. Or the bearish is that it's complete right here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Here's your 5-wave move. Okay. This is a 5-wave move. All right. And if you look, let me see if I have the algos on there. It's a weekly algos. You see here's the weekly algo, guys. This is the weekly algo. It's projecting more downside into September on the PPM1 and the PPM2. Sideways on the PPM3. No, still down sideways. All these weeklies are down, okay? All those weeklies are down. That's the weekly algo. So yeah, it's to the downside on Bitcoin. But on the RSI, there's definitely some bullish divergence right here, okay? So that's given a signal that this is a potential 5-wave move, okay? And then this is up. And then this move over here, something of similar nature is going to be over here. Now, it doesn't mean that that's going to be that long, but it means it could be doing A, B, C to correct the whole cycle that Bitcoin has did. And right now, in my opinion, that's what I think Bitcoin could be doing, okay? I think the 4-year cycle theory is all going to be flying out the window. I know some people are still holding on to the whole 4-year cycle theory. That was for 10 years when Bitcoin was bullish, guys. and they were pumping liquidity into the markets. They're not going to be pumping liquidity into the markets. QE is not coming back anytime soon. Inflation's already starting to creep up a little bit. They're going to raise rates again. They're probably going to keep them higher for longer. They keep saying that. They're probably going to do that. And it's apparent Bitcoin is an asset that needs the liquidity. It needs it. The TradFi markets are different. They're a little bit different. The crypto market needs the liquidity, guys. So it's really starting to point towards this. Boom. Now the other chart I want you guys to see that I think is vitally important, probably more important than the Bitcoin chart. Okay. I'm going to go to USDT dominance chart. All right. This is a USDT dominance chart. This thing right here, the USDT dominance chart on the weekly is setting up for a shot. Okay. So what's going to happen here? If this is going to blast up, what's Bitcoin going to do? Going down. What do the weekly algos say? What do the short-term time frames say? In the algos, what is everything saying for Bitcoin? It's saying what? Downside. And USDT tether dominance over here is saying what? Upside. Okay. So this thing right here, you got this resistance right here. It's working on breaking out of that. You got that resistance right here, and this is going to do a shot. And it could be a dramatic shot. Targets up there as high as 9%, 10%, and it could go up to 11, even 12%, guys. That thing is setting up for a shot. You guys can't tell me if this was an altcoin, what would you be doing? Would you be shorting that or would you be longing that? Right? Okay. Common sense. I know some moon boys are going to go, oh no, man, that's bearish. Right? Okay. I would be very careful with this chart right here, guys. This chart on this USDT dominance chart is setting up. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. That thing is setting up for a shot, guys. And that means over here, or excuse me, I was on room. Let me go back over to Bitcoin, okay? It's really simple. Bitcoin is probably setting up for a drop because USDT dominance chart is setting up for a pop. It's really that simple, guys. It's, you know, and then on the weekly chart, this is going to be below the 40-period moving average. I don't think this over here is going to happen. These algos will update. I think it's going to all change in a second. But, you know, even on the weekly, right here on Ethereum chart, I told you guys earlier on the Ethereum chart, 45 days ago, maybe even more, I told you, start getting out of your altcoins. They are all going bearish. The BTC pair charts with all the altcoins look like garbage. There's all you guys are doing are you see a bounce, you know, the boom boys see a bounce and they think it's going bullish. Okay. And they're going to roll back over. It's apparent. So I say, get out of the altcoins. And then I was looking at the chart on Ethereum. One of the things that I pointed out on the chart on Ethereum was on the weekly, if the 9-period moving average starts curling over and gets through the 21 and starts working its way down like that, that's probably going to be the start of the end of the uptrend for Ethereum. I'm really confident Ethereum's uptrend is over with, guys. Okay, so that means it brings a high probability that the uptrend for Bitcoin could be finishing. The 32 area is probably we're not going to see that again for a while, in my opinion. Okay, guys, too much selling went on in here. Way too much selling's gone on in here. All the people that were over here, they sold over here. I mean, SpaceX, you know what SpaceX did? SpaceX confirmed to you that the people that bought over here or over here sold over here. That's all that it did. It doesn't mean that they caused this crash. It's telling you not only they were thinking about that, okay? They probably had an analyst or something like that and said, look, here's heavy resistance. It's been up there for a few months. Go ahead and unload your bags before you lose any more, okay? That's probably what went on. And then this is going on with the other folks over there. The only reason the bulls right now are sticking to this theory that Bitcoin is going to continue to trend up is because there's a probability that the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, the TradFi markets, are going to continue to trend up, guys. Okay, a little bit. All right, but crypto needs the Fed liquidity, and it's not going to get it. It's apparent now that it's not going to get it. There's no new money coming into crypto. You can look at the data. You can check it for yourself. If no new money is coming into crypto, how do you expect this to continue to trend up? It's not. It's very simple, guys. It's not. So get ready for more of these God candles, okay? More of those God candles. This is just the beginning. You could be over here like this. This again is coming probably, guys, is what I am going to suspect. These types of candles like this is what I'm going to suspect is going to be going on with Bitcoin. It's going to take it a few months. You got some time, probably exit out if you're long on Bitcoin, but I would not buy this dip. I would not buy this dip, guys. That's my take on it. So back to the USDT dominance chart. I give you my read on the USDT dominance chart. So the USDT. So what's going on in here? This is like, you know, compressing. It's kind of like compressing into you know, like compression, and then it wants to pop. Okay. So what the USDT dominance chart is telling me is that the market, okay, the market is actually slowly moving back into, not slowly, that's a bad word, you know, gradually, I guess I could say, moving back into USDT, and they're getting out of the altcoins, they're getting out of, you know, even Ethereum, and they're moving their way probably into Bitcoin, the safest out of all the cryptocurrencies. And this is right here is telling me that they're all kind of moving gradually back in to USDT. And then this is going to start going like this. And then out of here, back up, and boom. Okay. Now, once it gets up here, once it gets way up here, don't get me wrong, there's going to be a retrace in USDT. So then Bitcoin can do a retrace back up. Okay. But between the USDT dominance chart and the Bitcoin chart on the weekly, it's time to, like I mentioned, be defensive. It's time to be defensive. Like I mentioned months ago, and the Moon Boys now are mad at me, and to come back to my Twitter to come argue and say that names and call me names and stuff like that. The reality is, I don't care. I don't care how you feel about the situation, and Marcus don't care how you feel about the situation. If the trend from November 22 is up and to the right, I'm going to be part of that trend. If now from to July 23, and who knows to where this is going to last, probably going to be sideways for a while and then down, because, you know, once you have a trend like this, right, usually it take a little while to form, and then they start going down, you know, the topping process, and then they're going to go down. It's better to be on the right side of the trade. Okay. There's no reason. The Moon Boy type mentality is a sickness. Once these things start going down, they go down hard. Okay. It's a sickness. Obviously, there's a time to be a Moon Boy, and there's time to switch and then go with the other trend, especially in cryptocurrency, guys. Okay. That's the reality of it. You need more crypto reality shows out here instead of these pipe dreams and blowing smoke on your videos. Okay. That's what you need. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.